Ciao Ciao Doston. Welcome to the mega preview stream of the Serie A 2026-27 season. में 25 होने वाला चिंतन. My mind is still stuck in the past. I don't know why. What's happening, man, on this lovely evening?
Excited now, yeah. Finally, cable broadcasting TV पे देखने को मिलेगा.
Yes.
We don't have to beg and buy random subscriptions of random websites. GXR में था, बाद में DAZN पे था. Finally, peacefully. यार अजय, actually this been a very historic season. हम लोग फिक्चर्स सबसे पहले अनाउंस हो गए थे सेरिया के. ब्रॉडकास्टिंग इतना जल्दी अनाउंस हो गया था.
Yes. Yes.
भाई ये क्या हो रहा है. इटली मतलब missed out on the World Cup. Of course, we saw the World Cup minus Italy. So I think उन्होंने बोला कि World Cup में नहीं तो किधर और moves बना लेते हैं. But yeah, this is great. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I think I just read the news. Serie A has probably spent one of the most, of course after Premier League, has spent the most money. Even squad value wise, Serie A is now second after Premier League. So overall, yeah, it's time to be super excited for the new season, man.
Yep, I think all that is missing is now results on the pitch because वहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे तो the Spanish sides, especially in Europe, चिंतन, they are so good, yeah, and even national team, European champions, now world champions. Of course, unke teams do very well in the Champions League and Europa League and the Conference League. Also, we had Rayo Vallecano in the finals yesterday with that budget. So, पहले सबसे पहले यार, welcome to all of you in the chat and whoever is watching. थोड़ा delay हुआ, but like I said, you can blame it on the dictator. And इब्राहिम, अगर आप पूछो डिक्टेटर कौन है तो कमेंट्स में आप बताइए, आप लोग बताइए डिक्टेटर कौन है. कैल्चियो चर्चा का एक ही डिक्टेटर है, वो अभी करंटली कर्टिस जोन्स का ट्रांसफर में बिजी है, इसलिए वो लेट हो गया है. ही इज पर्सनली गोइंग एंड साइनिंग द डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड ब्रिंगिंग हिम फ्रॉम लिवरपूल टू इंटर. सो या, it's very simple, man. Dictator कौन है, you know by now who I'm talking about. We have Ritam also in the chat. Talk about Atalanta first so that I can sleep early college tomorrow. अभी तो लास्ट में बात करेंगे रीतम, ताकि तू लास्ट तक जुड़ा रहे हमारे साथ में, क्योंकि ठीक है यार, कॉलेज तो आता रहता है, बट मेगा प्रीव्यू एक ही बार हम लोग करते हैं सीजन का. बट थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग इन, मैन. इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग्स हैपनिंग देयर एज वेल, चित्तर, विद Maurizio Sarri being appointed as the new manager. We'll get into all of it. We'll go club by club, and I want Chintan to make a tier maker. And in the stream later on, we would be also getting in Param and DJ for some time at least. So they should also be coming in. So just stay with us, and we will go through like the entire Serie A season preview. We have Abhijay in the house as well. Talk about Lazio. Yes, I want to quickly talk about that.
It'll take 2 minutes.
Fantastic result in the Coppa Italia, man. I can't wait to see who they play next. Mantova se knockout होता है भाई, and it was a round of 64. Can you imagine? Round of 64 में knockout हुआ.
I think now they have more time to prepare for the league and win the league.
Oh yes.
But yeah, एक चीज मुझे बता, didn't Gattuso promise that if Italy doesn't qualify, I will leave Italy and not come back? ऐसा कुछ बोल रहा है.
Gattuso getting a job itself is so surprising, and he got it immediately, man. मतलब तू सोच ना, यहाँ पे बेरोजगारी की बात हो रही है और ये फ्रॉड साला नेशनल टीम कोच करता है, उसके बाद में लाजियो कोच कर रहा है. अनबिलीवेबल चिंतन. लाइक, of course I love Gattuso as a player, but as a manager he's been crap. Let's not paint
my point is, how is he getting appointed? Like, how blind are people? Like, he has zero. See, as in वो तो भी player देख के पता चल गया था. I don't think he could have been a good manager. I got that vibe. He wasn't someone I thought would be a good manager, but I think there were a few sting, and then I feel sometimes Thiago Motta and Pirlo are not getting chances, and Gattuso can't stop getting chances. So sometimes life is pretty unfair, yeah, Ajay.
Life is unfair, man. Life is unfair. But let's start with your club, Chintan. Let's talk about AC Milan. And Milan are definitely making moves in the market. And apna Kush, jo obviously he had come on our show, Cappuccino Pe Charcha, he broke out the news that कौन है तेरा Morera has been signed and Fabrizio Romano then took it over. But Chintan, क्या लग रहा है? Like early signs. Obviously, you had a great win against Man United. Ruben Amorim coming in, पूरा squad को एक refresher मिला है. Cardinale looks serious. Do Milan finally mean business this year?
Yeah, I think this is what he wanted to do a while back, Cardinale. But I think this time you see, I think people are saying Zlatan is not kind of involved in any transfers or anything. Cardinal is directly involved. Of course, he made the Berlusconi-esque entrance in that
Helicopter.
helicopter on the pitch. यार अगर ये शेकअप आया आफ्टर मिसिंग आउट ऑन चैंपियंस लीग, इन हाइंडसाइट ही मैं अभी ये बोल सकता हूँ, आई नो पीपल माइट से हाँ मिस हो गया तो बोल रहा है, देन आई एम ओके मिसिंग आउट ऑन टॉप 4 and being here right now because this shake-up was needed. Allegri was always a short-term fix. Ajay, that capitulation from top 4, मतलब टाइटल रेस पे थे यार 10-12 games ago, and मुझे तो शॉर्ट लग रहा था, and to this I think this capitulation led to this massive shake-up. And यार मुझे एक ऐसा लगता है ना कि फोन्सेका आया, ऑफ कोर्स पहले पियोली था, फोन्सेका, कॉन्सेसाओ, अलेग्री एंड एमोरिम, 4 मैनेजर्स विद 4 डिफरेंट टैक्टिकल आइडियाज, कुछ नहीं चला. तो कभी कभी मुझे ये सोचता हूँ ना कि भाई मैनेजर्स प्रॉब्लम्स थे ही नहीं, शायद प्रॉब्लम कुछ प्लेयर्स थे. ऑफ कोर्स वी गॉट रिड ऑफ थियो एंड पीपल वर सेइंग, अ लॉट ऑफ मिलान फैंस वर सेइंग थियो बेस्ट है, किधर है अभी. सेम विद राफा लियाओ, बेस्ट है, कौन आ रहा है, प्लीज आ जाओ कोई उसके लिए. सो certain times a shake-up is needed where a manager who's come very openly, so backed so openly by the owner. And this shake-up is amazing because Milan made the Ramos move quite immediately during the World Cup, and of course Gila ka move, like amazingly early.
Yep.
Not I'm still not a big fan, but again Lazio mein tha, he had to do a lot of cover up, but he looks like a ball playing player. ओवरस्पेंड कर रहे हैं अजय. आई बीन सेइंग वन थिंग ओनली, ओवरस्पेंड हाँ किया है यार, बट दैट्स द मार्केट, इफ यू हैड टू मूव फॉर इट. ये 15 गोल 20 गोल मार देगा ना अजय, कोई कुछ नहीं बोलने वाला है.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the shake-up was, by the way, just to tell you, United game amazing, I loved it, but Chelsea game was that bad, atrocious game against Chelsea. So I guess what people forget, because Man United का game थोड़ा ज़्यादा, पर ऑफ कोर्स अजय टैक्टिक्स को भी इम्प्लीमेंट करने में टाइम लगते हैं, सो यू कुड सी द डिफरेंस. But yeah, I was optimistic last season also, rightly so, because we were there in the top 4 for the longest period. But this is what I like. It's simple. Before you take over, I would just like to say, अभी Rabiot ने भी अच्छा statement दिया था कि Allegri wanted us to play differently, wait for the ball to come in. अभी he wants us to, Amorim wants them to do something with the ball, which he's enjoying it. I think, which is a different school of thought, Ajay. So I think this shake-up was needed, and yes, someone just wrote that young manager it was fresh ideas were needed. Yeah, Allegri, Sarris, I'm not denying that I'm not saying they're bad coaches, but the Sarris, the Allegris, Contes, ये recycle होना बंद करना पड़ेगा, because fresh ideas were needed. And it looks like pretty fresh ideas, because I saw different Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Chukwueze.
Yeah. I'll come to those players, Chintan. We will look at a Milan squad, but just to answer Bodean's question, Tijani has gone to Al Qadsiya, so he's not going to come back at least 6 months के लिए तो नहीं आएगा. January में पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं. But I still feel यार, there's still so much of football left in him, and to be honest, Pep did not play him in his correct position. He was playing far deeper than what Tijani was playing when he was playing in the Netherlands or with Milan in Italy. So I think थोड़ा misprofiling, that's what I feel. So I still feel कि he's got some football left in him. And Saudi का वही है ना यार, अभी तुम you're like 24, 25, you take that bag of money and then you can always come back to Europe. Look at Somerville as well. Like, this is the way that the market is, heading. Manjil has a question for you, Chintan. Ruben Dias to Milan, what do you say?
Wages ही afford नहीं कर पाएंगे यार, I don't think so. Plus I think अभी थोड़ा injury अभी okay, I would not mind it right now. Anything is better than he's frozen out tomorrow, so कुछ भी चलेगा यार अजय, अभी तो ऐसा हो गया है.
बिल्कुल. Also, same thing, Bodean, Leao to Roma is not going to happen because of the wages. and
Basis
just
they Ajay, Milan are very clear. It has to be a direct sale. They want lump sum money.
no chance, no chance, no chance. Uh, Quite a good comment from Khan Saab. Someday I want to join this panel to discuss.
Soon, soon.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Of course, more than welcome to join us. First, you have to deal with the dictator. That's all. हम लोगों को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So, यार, one last question before we head on to the Milan squad. इंडिया में स्ट्रीमिंग हो रहा है लेकिन कोई प्रमोशन नहीं, क्यों? सो यार देखो, अभी जी जो है द ब्रॉडकास्ट यूनाइटेड स्पोर्ट्स जिनका चैनल है, दे स्टार्टेड पुटिंग द प्रीव्यू ऑफ द वीकेंड गेम्स. तो मैंने इंटर मोन्जा देख लिया, मैंने मिलान टोरिनो देख लिया, तो उन लोग डाल रहे हैं, बट आई थिंक दे आर स्टिल फिगरिंग इट आउट इब्राहिम, बिकॉज उन्होंने वर्ल्ड कप भी एकदम लास्ट मिनट पे लिया उन्होंने, एंड उसके बाद उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया. सो ये भी उनके लिए एक ईयर वन है, तो देखते हैं आगे आगे क्या होता है. बट फिलहाल तो मैं देख रहा हूँ चिंतन की एटलीस्ट दे आर पुटिंग आउट द प्रोमोस, एंड लाइक यू सेड, इमेजिन अपन हर साल ये समय पे झगड़ा करते रहते, लड़ते रहते हैं कि भाई ब्रॉडकास्टर चाहिए, स्ट्रीमिंग पार्टनर चाहिए. इस बार अपन सुकून में चैन से पीछे बैठ के अपन चिल कर रहे हैं क्योंकि सॉर्ट हो गया है. लाइक यू सेड, दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली अनबिलीवेबल. Like you can't script these things where Serie A announces their schedule way before time, one, and two, we find a broadcaster for 5 years, and in context La Liga does not have a broadcaster. It is still on streaming platform. So I mean, kya kare yaar? I think Calcio Churcha influences us. But
Good times.
coming back, Chintan, just run us through the Milan squad. Obviously, यहाँ पे I'll start from the back because अपना तो goalkeeper से हम लोग start करेंगे, and I think Mike Maignan definitely has his spot locked in. What are we looking at? Are we looking at a back three with Ruben Amorim?
Yes. I think it's a 3-4-2-1. I think you look at that. जो more or less United के सामने भी खेला था. You look at a back three. So Mario Hila coming in immediately was someone who is a ball-playing defender. I think he wants someone like that, and I think it was a very obvious choice. And you saw how he was driving the ball even against United, carrying the ball, and this is what he wants. Coney de Winter apparently has impressed Ruben Amorim quite a bit, and you're going to see a lot of Coney de Winter also because he thinks he has higher ceiling. And Pavlovic is, of course, someone who is a mainstay. Surprisingly, actually, I'm quite decently surprised. Tomori has been frozen out of the squad completely. He's been told to leave immediately. So I see him leave. Of course, Gabbia is always going to be Gabbia. Gabbia is always going to be that backup when required. I won't be surprised, Ajay, that Milan, after the sale of Tomori, go for another centre back. So I see another centre back coming in if Tomori goes.
Right. Midfield pe chalte Chintan. This is where, of course, there are a lot of options. Let's start with the one, like the pivot in the middle. Are you looking at Modric and Rabiot once again?
Yeah, I think Jashari is quite impressive, actually. He's been very impressive. So I see Jashari also playing quite a lot. So Jashari, Rabiot is, I think, just abhi Ajay वापस आया था. I don't see, for the Jashari will start the Torino game. Rabiot has just come back, Mike Mignon and Rabiot, so I think he's going to take time fitness-wise. The name Ajay I'm going to take, which has surprised everyone and us, and especially Ruben Amorim, is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's got a new life under Amorim, but of course his fitness has always been an issue. So I see Luka Modric and Jashari and Rabiot kind of rotating in that position. Samuel Ricci का बहुत ही dicey situation है. He is not frozen out, but he's been told that he can be up for sale. So, but he's still trying to impress. I'm
Como very close apparently to.
Yeah, but again, Ajay, Milan ऐसे situation में आ गए because we've spent almost 150. So Milan are not ready to do any loan deals as of now, unless until of course there are some other players. So I see Ricci might stay, might not stay, but I'm worried about Loftus-Cheek's fitness. So yeah, there again, I think Rabiot, of course, had a decent season. Modric is Luka Modric, and we'll see a lot of Jashari this season actually. So I feel that, and of course, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has impressed him quite a bit. अबे इसमें तो of course they've सीसे नहीं है, ऊपर जा सीसे है शायद.
So of course, they have listed Cesc as an attacker in this.
So, but yeah, I think he has again. Cisse has apparently after the United game, his move to Torino kind of has been blocked because he has improved and shown a lot of potential. If anyone has seen the Cisse goal, he's the one who started that move. He gave the ball to Chuku, made that amazing run in the box. Very mature performances. So I see him also. If he stays, I see him play a lot. Unfortunately, Komoto hai, of course. I think he's also been quite decent. I think he's been told to stay. Christian, because you're going to see, because there's Europa League, Ajay. You're going to see him
Of
a lot.
course.
Yusuf Fofana, again, like Tomori, has been frozen out. So we'll see the back of him as well. So वो जाएगा. इधर आई थिंक इसे मिडफील्ड में दिखाया है पार्टसागी एंड
Yes, yes.
परवेज भैया को, बट
Well,
I see Parvez by leaving. I don't see him stay. Morera के आने के बाद I think he'll be leaving. I don't know. I think he might leave. Bertasagi Ajay has impressed everyone a lot. I think as a young Italian, he's been fantastic. So we'll see that a lot. Salamakers is Salamakers. By the way, Ajay, did you know he had the most successful dribbles attempted also last season in the top 5 leagues? Actually, he was that good, and he's a very good dribbler. Very underrated skills of Salamakers, and he's very good with the ball. So we'll see him also a lot. But my man, I think, Bejo, सरप्राइज पैकेज ये डाल रहा हूँ. आई थिंक इट्स गोना बी चुक्वेजी अजय. आई बीन फैंटास्टिकली इम्प्रेस्ड बाय हिम. वो पहले क्या था पता, वो था एक वो रोड रनर, जस्ट रन विद द बॉल. बाद में फाइनल प्रोडक्ट कुछ नहीं. हिज फाइनल प्रोडक्ट हैज इंप्रूव्ड सो मच. हिज क्रॉसेस, ही वेट्स विद द बॉल, पेशेंस आ गया उसके अंदर. ही मेक्स द राइट पासेस. Probably that loan spell at Fulham last year helped him a lot. So I've seen a remarkable improvement in Chukwueze, and I see a lot of him playing this season.
fair. So yes, we are looking at Gonzalo Ramos being that that focal point of attack. You have Morera who can play as an attacker, as a wing back, everywhere. Proper jack in the ये pack है. But Chintan, Rafael Leao, do you think he's going to stay? What about Nkunku? Do you think these guys will be moved on?
Nkunku, though, I think is the first one to be shipped out. He's been training separately. I think he's gotten clear instructions that उसको तो there is no chance Nkunku is staying. I think if there are ये squad में अगर एक player को जाने का है, सबसे पहले Nkunku जाएगा. I think Ajay in this squad. He's been linked to Newcastle also a lot. So I think Nkunku is definitely leaving. My सबसे बड़ा मुझे बुरा लगेगा इस Jimenez को जाते हुए देखे. I think. But again, Milan have rejected, as I told you, Milan are now looking just for money. So Milan rejected Porto's 15 million deal also. उन्होंने ऑफर किया था. Milan have outrightly rejected that कि हम लोग को ये नहीं चाहिए. We want to sell him outright. But in hindsight, if you sell Santi Jimenez, we're going to see a lot of Francesco Camarda this season, which is what, not just as a Milan fan, but as an Azzurri fan, I'm very excited because मेरा dream है Pio Esposito and Camarda को up front देखने का, and I hope he does, because Ajay, when we started with the preseason, Camarda was on fire. Even Celtic के सामने 2 गोल मारे. मतलब वो कॉन्फिडेंस, वो जो दिखता है, जो these young attackers have ना, जो पीओ में दिख रहा था, इनमें वो fearlessness factor है ना, वो ना बरी नहीं होना चाहिए. If these youngsters are fearless, give them that chance. Let them be. And I think Amorim might just do that with him. So I am very, very excited for Kamara this season.
Fair. We have Mangesh in the chat. Of course, the big match. Mangesh by Chukwueze. But in the preseason game, it was a very like Chintan, the traction that Man United and Milan got was insane. I don't think so any preseason game this season has got as much attraction as Man United and Milan. Just shows like royal.
Exactly, to royalty. Plus, and Ajay, it felt like a fucking Champions League game or something, bro. Like itna hype. Plus, of course, United and Amorim, of course, involved house ke andar. And by the way, I just tell you, a lot of United fans have been saying that Amorim wasn't given the helping hand needed. And of course, Balebo abhi jo transfer unka ho raha hai was asked last season by Amorim. So that is why I'm very happy that whatever particular transfer, Ajay, he's asking for a particular profile, which I think Gary Cardinal is providing Amorim with us. That is complete. Usko back kar raha hai wo. which is amazing to see because this is how the league and the team will grow, right, Ajay? And this is step one. And I think, Ajay, मुझे एक बताओ, I know top four will be a priority, but even if they do kind of somehow miss out, I somehow don't see a massive overall. I think he's going to give him that trust factor.
यार 11 लाइक्स सो फार ऑन द स्ट्रीम, तो अगर आप देख रहे हो तो लाइक करना, शेयर करना एंड सब्सक्राइब करना. लाइक से algorithm will push this to a lot of football fans who are probably on the lookout of watching a new league in Europe. And Serie A तो है, and हम लोग Serie A का चर्चा तो करते रहेंगे. Of course, we are covering other leagues also this season, but that like will definitely help us a long way. Ibrahim, thank you so much for your comment here. Definitely, we have collaborated with Z Bhai, with Yash, with not with Marka collab, but of course, sweet lad, we are always in touch. And Baba to bhai, matlab, he is the goat for a reason.
100%.
He has Mangesh has got some soothing words for you, Chintan.
I hope not. I hope Mangesh. I hope not, man. But there are always two sides of a coin. Both sides नहीं देखना हमें.
Fair. Shivam is in the house. Shivam, we are really missing your comments, which you generally bring up when the dictator is on the stream. He is expected to join the stream. वैसे वो बोला है, but भरोसा नहीं है because आज वो कर्टिस जोन्स के ट्रांसफर में काफी caught up है. Chintan, before I head into Roma and Inter and Juve and the other teams, मेरे को तेरे साथ tier maker खेलना है. I want your predictions because someone had asked actually. Manjil had asked, हाँ कि आप लोग का prediction कब आएगा? Just a few days to go. So what we're doing here, Manjil, is मैंने start of the stream में बोला कि we'll just have a look at the squads, the main squads. We'll talk about all the teams in short eventually. Look at game week 1 and we'll get Chintan's prediction in for the tier maker. जैसे मैंने बोला,
you and me will do it together.
तेरा अलग है भाई, सब recording होता है. ये अभिजय अपना receipts रखेगा और end of the season में आएगा. Last season एक बंदा,
some might tally, of course, some might not. We don't have Yogesh kind of aura जो बोलेगा नापोली को first पे रखो, ऐसा aura है नहीं.
Actually, someone was asking about Yogesh. मैंने comment में, so just want to tell that Yogesh is now a dad, and he's now caught up with dad duty. So he will join us in the course of the season. That's what he has told us. तो जब वो आएगा तो आएगा, but definitely missing him on these streams especially because
अजय काम करते हैं, मिलान और रोमा कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद टीम मेकर पे चले जाते हैं.
ठीक है, तो मैं रोमा का स्क्वाड I will open it up.
By the way, only one player, of course, we did not talk about, जो मेरे को mention करना है. I've got a very very good feeling that this is going to be Captain America season again. अपना Pulisic भैया is going to do well and is something which fits. I think we're going to see a Pulisic को भी देखेंगे. So I hope it does because Ajay, Pulisic has been one of Milan's best players in the past 2-3 seasons.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. This is Roma squad without, of course, Mora. Mora has just signed for Roma today. तो उसका अभी तक registration हुआ नहीं है, but Mora will be there in the forwards, in the attackers. This Chintan, finally Gasperini getting that wide player on the left. You can say that ये जो उसका Papu Gomez वाला template है ना, now it is with Rodrigo Mora. It is like definitely like in terms of quality and ceiling, Mora is there. But जो उसको profile चाहिए ना चिंतन, वो एक छोटा सा low center of gravity, diminutive एकदम, मतलब वो Papu Gomez, मतलब समझ ले तो वो उसको Rodrigo Mora के इसमें मिला. And I know Shivam, who he's our resident scout, he rates him very highly. Param as well because he comes from Param's second club, Porto. So very excited for this signing, Chintan. But otherwise, अगर तू देखेगा तो we have Daniel Malen now with a full pre-season under Gasperini. We have Santiago Castro, who has signed in from Bologna, who would probably be like the jack in the pack. Can play through the middle, can play wide, and I see him most likely playing as a backup to Malen or alongside Malen if Gasperini goes for a top two. Dybala Chintan has looked absolutely fantastic
Yeah,
in
yeah.
pre वो
Against
Dortmund.
Dortmund, they looked electrifying.
एंड मैं तेरे को वही बोल रहा हूँ यार, डिबाला को ना तुम सिर्फ यूरोपियन नाइट्स के लिए यूज करो. आई रियली फील just wrap him in ice. Do not overexert him. Let him play that free role and let him shine on those European nights. Because जैसा ये सब साला तेरा लेचे एंड मोन्जा एंड ये साइड से इधर डिबाला को खिला के ना वेस्ट है साला. I really don't think that should be the way to go, because Dybala, of course, is now aging. He's got that injury record that goes against him. Preserve him for European nights. And personally, Chintan, I don't want Matthias Soler to be sold. I know he's linked with Milan, but I really love the guy, and I still feel he's got such a long way to go and develop. Keep him in the team. And Robinho Vaz has got tremendous raw talent.
Oh yes, amazing.
So I don't know if this year, maybe if he goes on a loan deal, I won't be very sad about it. But I
But
don't see.
if you get Mora, and of course you're linked with Malik Fofana also, so I think ये दोनों आगे तो definitely Robinho Vaz will leave on loan.
हाँ हाँ
ऐसा लग रहा है.
तो डेफिनेटली तो मतलब आई रियली फील दैट अगर वैसा है तो ठीक है. अगर भाई ये तो रोमा है, तेरे को पता है अभी मलिक फफाना लिंक्ड है, कल कुछ भी हो सकता है. कल उठ के वो और कहाँ पे चला जाएगा, बारसा जाएगा फॉर ऑल यू नो, like Malcolm. But essentially, yes, I think Chintan, one more piece in that attacking, in that attacking roster is missing. Like there is that. I mean, someone was asking कि how will Mora, Ibrahim ही पूछ रहा था कि Mora को कहाँ, तो Mora will play on the left because he's a right footer, and you will have Sole Dybala playing on the right. And I see one more player. I know Lorenzo Pellegrini भी है जो वो position में खेलता है, but I still feel that Pellegrini's position is in midfield. And Pellegrini को 2 गेम में खिलाएगा, वो दोनों गेम लाज़ियो अगेंस्ट रहेगा, वो अपना काम करके जाएगा चिंतन. He's got a fabulous record, against Lazio.
Yeah,
But that is Roma's attack. One player missing, in my opinion. Coming down to the midfield, and we were discussing this. मेरे को लग रहा है अच्छा रोड्रिगो मोरा को यहाँ पे डाला है इन्होंने, मिडफील्ड में डाला है.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I think यहाँ पे I just feel that you have अगर मैं मिडफील्ड पिवट की बात करूँ तो एल आइनोई है, मनु कोने है, पिसिली है, एंड सबका चहीता ब्रायन क्रिस्टांटे है. I think this is pretty much set at this point of time until unless जो अभिजय का सवाल है कि कोने अगर बिकेगा तो फिर शायद कोई आएगा, but hopefully not यार. अभी तक we've kept hold
It's
of
too
कोने.
late, Ajay. I think even if you do sell, just like Milan don't mind keeping Rafa Leao if you don't get the price. I think you are at that stage. I think if you have to sell so-called Manu Kone, it'll be at a price. So pay the price you want. So even if you do sell, I don't think Roma is going to sell Manu Kone for anything less than 50. The World Cup he had, I think 50 is fair enough.
Yeah. So just to address Baudillard's question, so the whole premise of Malan's transfer was that he will get to play through the middle. He actually is very deadly through the middle. I know he's been profiled as a wide player at Dortmund, at Villa, and for the Netherlands, but Gasperini sees him as a guy who will play from the middle. And वो जो हमें वो गोल स्कोरिंग चिंतन जो मालन का था, वो पर्पल पैच जहाँ पे वो हर मैच में एक गोल मारा, तो that is because he was playing through the middle. So Baudillard, he is out and out Roma's like number 9. Right, absolutely, like the focal point, the center forward that Gasperini wants essentially in the system. मैं wing backs की बात करूँ चिंतन, तो Wesley, I think Shivam will also kind of agree that Gasperini is looking at a permanent left wing back position for Wesley, and a few names have been linked. There is also Cacciamani from Torino, who is, I would say, a Zappa Costa regen as a backup to Wesley. Destiny Udoji का नाम दिया हुआ है, but I don't know if that is a realistic name or not. And on the right, we have Molina. Nahuel Molina is back into Serie A. Remember, he did have a spell with Udinese. And we have Divine Dench, who will be playing as a backup in the right wing back. Salahidin has gone, or rather, he will be sold. He's frozen out of the squad. So that essentially is it, Chintan. I still feel that one player is missing, that left wing back. वहां पे एक और आपको एक रिक्रूटमेंट आएगा. And then center back for me at this point of time is
लुइस
Collier.
एनरिके.
अरे लुइस एनरिके शायद आए तो आए, but I don't think so. That price is like जो is a realistic thing because Inter काफी एक hefty price मांग रही है, but I don't think so Roma are going to pay that sum for Luis Enrique. But centre back is where I feel that there is that continuity because you have Hermoso, you have Endika, you have Mancini, and then of course we bought in Kolyakis, very smart buy. I think Chintan तू ही बोल रहा था कि he was linked to a lot of clubs,
Yeah,
and
man.
Roma quickly made a move and got him 15 million में, which I feel is a very good deal in this market. And you have Daniele Ghilardi and Zielkowski there as backups in terms of center backs, and we are pretty much set with the goalkeeping department with Miles Villar, there in between the goal posts. So that is Roma,
You think,
guys.
as you said, if you told me that if except the left wing back, are you satisfied with the squad? Are you done, or do you think a midfielder?
I think there are three gaps that need to be filled. One is that attacking midfielder on the left, who along with Rodrigo Mora, एक player जो मिले अपने को,
But that is what Malik Fofana is, right? Exactly,
हाँ,
left winger.
वो हो जाएगा तो बहुत बढ़िया हो जाएगा. I think Pellegrini will also play in midfield this season when he is fit. So maybe Roma will not go for midfielder, but at left wing back is an issue. Now I don't know whether Gasperini wants to keep Wesley as a right wing back with Molina as a backup. If Udoji comes, maybe you'll see Udoji starting and Rensch becoming that backup left wing back. So I think that is going to be the case. अभिजय यहाँ पे मार्टिनेली को मार्केट में बिकवा रहा है, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो. मार्टिनेली का वेजेस है 11.5 million euros if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy, man. I mean, there's no way in hell that Roma or any Serie A club will pay that much of wages to.
बस यूवे पे कर सकता है, व्लाहोविच को इतना दिया था तो.
I swear, man. I swear. That's the only hitch when it comes to all these Premier League players moving.
But just to tell you how the mighty have fallen, I thought off topic. Fikayo Tomori and Fofana, Milan से are linked with Juventus. Like ऐसा time हो गया कि Juventus are buying frozen out players from Milan. Never thought I'll see this day.
They got Zeki Celik also. ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं.
Exactly. My next thing is going to be that they got, but apparently, of course, Juve fans are celebrating because Roma starter था वो.
Apparently. Yeah, Chintan, I want to look at the Juve squads, Inter squad, because I don't know whether and if the dictator or DJ will join, but we can go through those squads. But uske pehle let's do the tier maker. This is where I really want you to kind of like make a bold prediction and kind of make some controversial choices, because everyone will keep receipts. If you recall last season, someone predicted Napoli will reach the top 4 of the Champions League.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know who it was, but what a prediction, man. What a prediction. And every chat, the receipts were brought in. और वो I think पूरा season उसे पछता है कि भाई मैंने क्या prediction मैंने किया. Napoli top 4 में आएगी.
Wow.
Let's go with the tier maker. I'm going to share the screen.
भाई मेरी 3 relegated team तो बहुत, I'm very sure about the relegated team actually.
Oh, there's the screen visible?
Yeah.
डाल दे. Who do you want to put there?
Monza, Frosinone are going right back. Now this is a tough one. Venezia जाएगा या Lecce जाएगा? I think Lecce have not had a great transfer, so I'm putting Lecce there.
Di Francesco.
Venezia just manages to survive. Not very impressed with Cagliari's transfer, so I'll put Cagliari there. Parma, I think, will be there. Parma not too many moves in the market. Damn, this is very interesting. जैसे लाजो का चल रहा है, लाजो को तो उधर ही डालना चाहिए, but no. So this is 20 19, 18, 17,
This is
16.
13, 14, 14, 15, 16.
नहीं नहीं, तो वही बोला, तो अभी हम लोग 17, 16 और 15 पे आ गए हैं.
हाँ, और 14 और 13 भी रहेगा.
14 पे आई थिंक आई पुट Genoa.
Genoa,
Yeah, Genoa. And 13 पे I will. Now this is very interesting. I want to put Sassuolo there.
okay. तो मैं यहाँ पे 13th, Genoa 14th, Parma 15th, Cagliari 16th, Venezia 17th, right?
Yeah. Now my 12th, I put Lazio. I think Lazio are going to suffer. So I'm going to put Lazio. Sorry, no, I put Torino there.
Torino, okay.
Torino, Udinese भी उधर आएगा. So 12, 11, 10. Chal, I put Udinese on 10th. Let Udinese be 10th. Last season भी 10th finish किया, Udinese भी 10th finish किया. Now I will put Bologna.
Okay.
So 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. अभी 8th. 8. Atlanta, Fiorentina. I think Atlanta. This is my bias. Atlanta might not finish there, but I want Fiorentina in the Conference League.
Fair. So, just to recap, Fiorentina 7, Atlanta 8, Bologna 9, Udinese 10th, Lazio 11, Torino 12th.
Yup.
Right?
8 to 12 में I think it's like except Atlanta, which I think will finish 7th, 8th. But वो 9, 10, 11, 12 तो मुझे लग रहा है कोई भी किधर finish कर सकता है. I think it's going to be less. Oh, now this is tough. Please Champions में Inter. Inter को Champions में डाल दे भाई. Like there's no two ways about it. Inter are champions. For me. 5 and 6. Wow. This is ये तो मैं ऐसे लग रहा है वो रशियन रूले है.
ये तो कहीं पे भी कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई.
I want to be biased. I'm going to put Milan 4th.
Ooh.
Roma 4 में आ जाएगा. Top 4 में डाल दे अभी, बाद में ऑर्डर बताता हूँ. Como are going to miss out, I feel. Fixture wise. So Como 5th, 6th. Now this is it. I'm going to be biased towards our brother DJ. I'm going to put Juve in the top 4 and Napoli 5th, 6th.
ये अभी ऑर्डर कर ले.
अभी ऐसा देखने के बाद मुझे नहीं लग रहा है रोमा सेकंड फिनिश करेगा. This is very tough, man. This is चाओ चाओ फ्रॉम ऑफिस. परम भैया आ गए हैं.
चाओ चाओ फ्रॉम ऑफिस signing documents of
I think this deserves Inter to come down to relegation zone. मतलब ये चाओ चाओ फ्रॉम ऑफिस आ गया है तो उसको निकाल दो टॉप. I somehow damn it. अभी ऐसा लग रहा है that नापोली को नीचे बहुत आ गया है. नापोली 5th होगा for sure.
Okay.
5th, 6th में डाल दे. I think Como might be too much for them, but Como will finish in Europe. Put Milan 2nd, Juve 3rd, Roma 4th.
Right.
Just because Roma are going to play the Champions League, I'm going to do this. But 2nd, 3, 4 again. 2nd, 3, 4 and 8 to 12. Atlanta, 9 to 12 are, I'm not sure about this. Like as in, it's a Russian roulette for me. Atlanta and Bologna, of course, Rhythm is there. My Atlanta, Fiorentina is just biased. I want Fiorentina to do well because I've loved their transfer market. I love their manager, what they've got. Sassuolo are going to run out of steam, of course. I'm very excited to see Abate as a manager at Torino. I don't think they've done very, very well, but I'm very excited to see Abate. So I'm putting them there. But I think more or less, मेरा relegation, so I'm very sure about relegation. I don't think Frosinone and Lecce have not done much. Milan, I don't think second होगा, but I just दिल बोल रहा है कि second डालो Milan को. So yeah, this is it. I think this is more or less fine for me.
So just to recap, champions Inter, Champions League में you have Milan, Juve, Roma, Europa League, Napoli, Como, Conference League 7, midfield में Atalanta, Bologna, Udinese, Lazio, Torino, battle for relegation में Sassuolo, Genoa, Parma, Cagliari, Venezia, and Ivan Juric's Monza, Stroppas, Frosinone, and Di Francesco Lecce going back down. अभी तो ये सारे मैनेजर्स है, बट तेरे को पता है चिंतन सेरिया के सीजन में 5 अगर गेम पे आप जाओ एक गंदे रन पे तो मैनेजर को सैक किया जाएगा. एंड जस्ट टू आस्क यू, लाइक हु डू यू थिंक विल बी द फर्स्ट मैनेजर टू गेट सैक्ड?
Oh, Gattuso.
Oh, wow, brave shout. I honestly feel it's going to be Di Francesco. I feel that is
Di Francesco तो बहुत अच्छा आंसर हो गया, मुझे लग रहा है वो बहुत एविडेंट आंसर हो गया है. प्लस आई डोंट थिंक इट्स गोना बी अ cat among the pigeons kind of situation, but Gattuso मतलब big manager आया है. I think he's gonna, and I think Atlanta, I want to say Sarri's Atlanta somehow are gonna surprise a few teams. Pressure कम है, more than Lazio से pressure कम रहेगा. Atlanta might fly under the radar. Expectation कम है. Sarri might get to express himself. Atlanta also have missed that free-flowing football since Gasper is gone. So yeah, Como, I'm just saying that 5th, 6th कुछ भी हो सकता है, but Como too much pressure Ajay with the Champions League. So I think they might slip out. I think Milan, Juve and Milan both missed out. I think they're both going to be very serious about it this season. So
fair. So guys, that is Chintan Bhai's tier maker for Serie A 26-27 season. स्क्रीनशॉट कर लो, रिसीप्ट्स रख लो, अपन इसको डिस्कस करते रहेंगे, इसका डिटेल एनालिसिस करते रहेंगे. अगर कोई भी प्रेडिक्शन ऊपर नीचे हो जाए इन बिटवीन द सीजन, प्लीज ब्रिंग इट अप बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाट कैल्चो चर्चा कम्युनिटी इज ऑल अबाउट. इट इज
ऐसा एरोगेंस चाहिए कि नवंबर में दिसंबर में मिडवे स्ट्रीम करें में बोलेगा मिलान को टॉप पे रखो, टॉप पे. ऐसा योगेश टाइप एरोगेंस चाहिए, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली डिफिकल्ट.
Oh yes. But that's the thing, right? Like I don't know, यहाँ पे जो अपने चैट में कितने सारे लोग हैं जो WhatsApp कम्युनिटी पे जुड़े हैं. वो हमारा we have a very thriving WhatsApp community where we discuss not only about Serie A but also Bundesliga, about the Premier League, FPL transfers, Indian football, God knows what not. कभी-कभी कुछ खाने के डिशेस के बारे में बात करते रहते हैं चैट में. एंड उसमें परम 24/7 एक्टिव रहते हैं. जब भी मैं खोलता तो परम अभिजय का चलते रहता है वहां पे वन ऑन वंस. बट या आई थिंक
तू बना दे टियर मेकर. लेट्स सी योर्स हाउ डिफरेंट इट इज फ्रॉम माइन.
I will get to my tier maker, but I want to just speak about Fiorentina with you, Chintan, because you mentioned their transfer activity. It's been crazy. Like they really have brand new squad आप बोल सकते हो. Of course they also have a brand new manager in the form of Fabio Grosso. So quickly if I can just show their squad. एक सेकंड मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ. एक सेकंड यार. परम इज स्टिल इन ऑफिस, सो प्लीज परम को अपने ऑफिस से मुक्ति दिला दो योजना में आप पार्ट लेना. एंड hopefully Param can join later on in the stream. But coming to Fiorentina, Chintan, this is their team. Just quickly, I mean, Moise Kean could be leaving to Como, but otherwise they've already gotten Pellegrino from Parma, Maston Tuano from Real Madrid. They already have Goodmanson over there. Look at the midfield, man. This is where I just lose my head because they got in Olai, who really impressed in the World Cup. Arthur Atta, who was linked with all possible clubs in Italy at least. Cherendur hai, Fagioli hai, Madrangora hai, Giovanni.
One transfer which is going under the radar is Fabian. Bologna से आया है. Very hard working player, midfielder. Ajay, league proven midfielder.
Absolutely. Brescia Nini hai, again very, I would say, proven in the league, so as to be called a reliable player at least. That midfield is stacked. अगर आप देखें, Alex Jimenez आया, ex Milan player. João Mario आया है. Dragoshin has come back to Italy. Valdepeñas has come from the La Fabrica Academy. Vieri has come in. इतने सारे new signings है, Chintan. and David De Gea is still there. What are you making of this Fiorentina team?
Very excited, Ajay. By the way, again, I keep talking about one midfielder who I've always been a fan of is Fagioli, and I hope he grows with more stability. And Fabio Grosso is Sassuolo के साथ अच्छा किया. Very excited to watch him. So I'm really excited because अच्छा squad दिया है. Grosso plays amazing. Sassuolo last year played amazing football. So really excited to watch this team, and that's why I'm rooting for them to go in the Conference League. Again, same. But I think Pellegrino and Moise Kean साथ में difficult है, so I won't be surprised if they sell him. Plus, I want Como to get more Italian, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, you would see a possible link up between अपना Moise Kean as well as Samuel Ricci, who's again linked with a move to.
By the way, like again, you gotta give it to Sassuolo, man. Kudos, because they had, of course, De Zerbi tha, Grosso tha. Now they've got another Yakilani, of course, amazing. I think he was a very underrated midfielder. Poor guy, just bounced around a lot. I really thought uska Liverpool ka career bhi take off karega, but again, I bought Sassuolo because I'm very excited to see Yakilani manage, because he was good. Catanzaro में था ना इसके पहले, and that is why he wants Cisse, because Cisse was there at Milan, मतलब, of course, so he wanted him there. So amazing player, amazing manager, sorry. So very excited for these two managers यार अजय, बहुत मजा आएगा.
Fair. You want to quickly have a look at say Atalanta before we head into who do we have? Oh, we have the dictator coming in. Oh yes.
We have from अभी अपना वो स्क्वायर कंप्लीट हो गया. सब लोग एक बार गाड़ी से I think have come online. It took me 2 years, but yeah.
परम बाजू में कर्टिस जोन्स तो दिखा. कर्टिस जोन्स को लेके आया ना तू. कर्टिस जोन्स को लेके आया तो दिखा. Signed, sealed and delivered.
Yeah, finally.
He's heading to the headquarters to get Curtis Jones. वो एयरपोर्ट में पिकअप करने गया था. देखो लग रहा है पीछे.
अरे ये आर्सेनल फैन ही ऐसे बोल सकता है ये लॉजिक के साथ. मतलब ऑफिस खत्म करने के बाद कैब ले रहा हो यार, ऑब्वियसली. ये रोल्स रॉयस बोल रहा है.
This comment I'm going to screenshot and show it to my dad, because Ibrahim, I am a Malayali, so Mohanlal is Mohanlal, man. He's the GOAT of all time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
I saw Chintan boys. Shivam obviously always there making his presence felt, but I saw Chintan.
मत कर यार, तू पता है रोल्स रॉयस में चलेगा यार, कर्टिस जोन्स बिग प्लेयर लिवरपूल से आ रहा है. So we held on to Inter for you actually. Of course ग्रुप चैट में तो सब लोग बोल रहे कि सेरिया क्यों चला रहे हो, मतलब छोड़ ही देना चाहते हैं. इंटर तो चैंपियंस दे दो, ट्रॉफी दे दो, मतलब यही बात सब चल रही है हमारी कि क्यों ही चला रहे सेरिया एक्चुअली ये सीजन. अजय क्या फनी रहेगा ना, द फर्स्ट सीजन सेरिया इज बैक आफ्टर 5-6 years ऑन ब्रॉडकास्टिंग एंड फरवरी में लीग खत्म.
अरे ये अलग जिंक्सिंग एफर्ट्स है आपके, बट
मैं तो चिंतन वो कर्टिस जोन्स साइनिंग हो गया, दे विल बी लुकिंग एट द ट्रेबल वंस अगेन.
वो मिले तो भाई मतलब आई कैन रिटायर पीसफुली, वही हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं. बट वो तो अलग इटालियन
भाई, एक तो ट्रेबल देख लिया तूने, देखो और सुकून चाहिए.
या fair. But I mean obviously big news वही था कर्टिस जोन्स की साइनिंग आज. I think in the build up, like they did say कि weekend पे कि Monday and this week will be good enough to kind of seal the deal. And Monday Tuesday there was a bit of confusion because sources were again very confused कि भाई does Inter need to make another sale to sign him, because the talk of the town was obviously Ajay bhai, Luis Enrique is linked with AS Roma and he's been told to leave them. Yeah, but no. but the funny thing is, today he was pushed further by Chivu and the rest of Inter management, and it seems like now he's convinced to leave, which is what Fraudizio reported as well. And there was news that basically कि शायद Inter will have to sell one more player to sign Curtis Jones, but obviously वो सब dispel हो गया because he's obviously coming now and he's been pushing for the move. Like if you check Inter's social media page, one of the first celebrities or non-Inter celebrities to like each and every post is Curtis Jones. Like every signing, every friendly match result and everything. So I'm not surprised this move is going through. Kivu really wanted Curtis Jones. Why is that? Because सिंपल चीज है, अगर मैं इंटर के बारे में अगर आपने होल्ड ऑफ किया तो मैं बात कर ही लूं तो लास्ट सीजन जो कीवू को चाहिए था उसको एक बहुत वर्टिकल गेम खेलना है एंड ही वांट्स हिज टीम टू बी वेरी मॉडर्न यूरोपियन सेंट्रिक बेसिकली जो चिंतन में और मैं बार-बार डिस्कस करते रहते हैं लाइक ही वांट्स देम टू प्ले द modern way as they say these days, like very vertical, physically good, athletic. That's why even if Jet Spence is not that great in the final third or his output is, he has to improve a lot. But he does offer that athleticism and that defensive cover. Then you'll see what Curtis Jones will bring. Like I think अपने को सबको पता है he's a massive upgrade on Davide Fratesi. Like Davide Fratesi से ball control नहीं होता है ना मुश्किल से. Well, Curtis Jones will be able to kind of do that obviously. And overall उसके अलावा तो टीम obviously आप बोल सकते हो the ideal scenario would have been if he would have gotten obviously Cuti Romero and replaced Benjamin Pavard. That would have been perfect, but obviously that ship has sailed. Pavard, for what it's worth, he's been solid in pre-season. I'll still be critical of him and I'll see how he performs overall. But John Stones, I think as long as if you can, I saw somebody discussing the other day, if you can even get 20 games out of him, nothing like it, like overall, with regards to his fitness. But again, look, he brings invaluable experience. He scored in the final pre-season game against Real Betis. He scored the only winning goal when we beat Real Betis. So overall preparation wise, what I'm seeing is Inter का prep gradually जैसे pre-season में होना चाहिए वैसे बहुत improve हुआ. Like I saw in the first game, there was lack of cohesion, coordination, obviously because बहुत सारे players World Cup के holiday पे थे ये वो. तब से intensity better हुई है, higher line देखा है मैंने Inter का, which is what Chivu wants to play. I think the standouts of the pre-season were Alexander Stankovic, obviously Dejan Stankovic ka beta and Ajay, understandably so the Interists are very excited to see him more than anyone because it's always good, right, when a homecoming is there in your club.
He's taken his dad's number also, number 5.
Yes, he's taken his dad's number and he's literally settling in as that number 6 so well. Like initially when there was talk of selling him, I found it insane that Inter even considered selling him. Like it's madness, but he kept rejecting all of us. The last offer he had was from Brentford for 40 million, which he only rejected. He's like, "Mere ko nahi jana." I mean, makes sense, right? So I think like pre-season he was the best player. POS positive pre-season mein thoda he was a bit flat. I need him to improve thoda. Uska pace and everything he needs to work on. But with that his name being taken, his contract renewal is also around the corner. Bonnie, I saw him do well. Hakan again settled well, and overall the team basically looks in very good shape. So I'm like, that way I'm happy. It's just the final thing to resolve on the transfer front is क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग Luis Enrique, which obviously I'm sure you're waiting for him with open arms, Ajay bhai, in Rome. So that is something I'm very very excited for, to watch Luis Enrique in Rome. But all jokes aside, definitely the goal should be to do better in the Champions League. Definitely.
Right.
Like there is no.
Before I get your controversial takes, Param, I will be asking. I'll be doing a rapid fire with you. But सबसे पहले दोस्तों दिल थाम के बैठिए क्योंकि हमारा इन हाउस डिक्टेटर परम is going to be doing his tier maker for the 26-27 season.
You'll have to. You'll have to control this.
Wait. I will control it, but you have to control yourself. And everyone, please receipts, screenshot लेना, recording करना, and बार dictator को याद दिलाते रहना throughout the course of the season. Because here we go, Param. Let's start with your tier maker. सबसे पहले, I am not. This is what Chintan has made. Okay.
I know. I saw this thing.
Champions Inter, so we are just keeping it over there. Don't be modest.
Yeah. But Abhijay did make a fair point though. The last years we have not gone back to back. I mean that is one concern.
Automatic नहीं चाहिए answer.
भाई यही है ना जो बोल रहे कि परम भाई will say tough match against Deche and 1-0. This is the
it is. No, I think as things stand today, yes, you can put us for sure. I think logically I will go with Inter as champions, obviously. But I think as things stand today, I think Inter will be the best team. But I think my issue with Inter, I would say, is that following season mental block. Like, now that you've bolstered the team, then you have to act like it. Even if you have to compete on all fronts, even if you, let's say, do well in the Champions League and all 4 competitions. Just saying it. Basically, last season, Chivu ka first season tha, so you can let a lot of things slide, which is okay. But I need to see that improvement of doing better back-to-back seasons. So I will still put us as champions, but I need to kind of assess it in the first few game weeks where mentality wise we stand, I would say.
टीयर मेकर आज बनेगा. तो अभी तेरे को ये दिस इज अ टीयर मेकर पर अब इसे इतने एक्सप्रेशन है. चैंपियंस इंटर, यस और नो.
ये अच्छा कमेंट है. Yes, I would say that's what I said, as of today, yes, as of today.
अच्छा चल ठीक है. अब पीछे से स्टार्ट करते हैं. Your relegation.
हाँ, Lecce last. I mean, I don't. That's my hate. Also, I'm saying this because एक तो जब कल वो लोग कोपा इटालिया से बाहर हो गए. I mean, yes, they'll have that breather. Embarrassing performance. I was watching. By the way, United पे दिखा रहे थे कोपा इटालिया. So good to see. मेरा इशू सिंपल ये है कि Lecce have made 0 signings. Like one, sorry, उसका भी नाम एक तो गेबेल्स है. Like मतलब वो नाजिएरा में जाके obviously शॉपिंग कर ली है. We have Mussolini, Goebbels and Kempf in the league, by the way. If you know, you know. If you know your history, you know. So yeah, he's an all right player. But yeah, Lecce last. Frosinone, I think. By the way, Frosinone signed some very good Bundesliga players, Romano Schmid and Grilic. So I don't know if I should put them in relegation because they're decent players. I'm just seeing who else you have over there. Damn. I wish I could put Lazio in relegation. Monza, yes, Monza I have because I don't rate what they're doing. Like, I know Juric chat kar le theek, but मेरे को उनका squad composition इतना खास नहीं लग रहा है. Yes, they've got Atkinson, Miro, they have some decent players. But if I'm not wrong, they've re-signed Cutrone, which makes no sense to me. Like, I don't know. Like, Monza, they're Frosinone. अगर मैं बाकी टीम्स देखो, Venezia, Cagliari, Parma, Genoa, Sassuolo, then I think I have to keep Frosinone there. Then it's fair because I don't see the others getting relegated. So yeah, this bottom 3 is all right for me, I would say. Or maybe I would put Frosinone above Monza, but it's okay. You don't have to shuffle that. That's the only thing. उसके नीचे अगर हम जाए, चिंदर किधर गए? Okay. Sassuolo, Genoa, Parma, Cagliari, Venezia. I think I would put Venezia above Cagliari. I'm a bit concerned about Cagliari. I know they have an exciting project. But Cagliari का problem ये हो रहा है कि वो पूरा Sebastiano Esposito के साथ एक पूरा saga हो गया, wherein he's refusing to train with them and all. He was supposed to be one of the main strikers there, and उसका पूरा wage, like a whole string of lies between him and Giulini. Long story short, and that's why they signed Daniel Maldini. But I'm a bit worried. I don't know if their project is sustainable. So I think they'll just survive. Or you know what? Do this actually. Venezia, Parma put higher up. I would say put higher than Genoa, and replace Genoa with Cagliari. I would say, yeah, because I'm not liking what Genoa are operating, how they are operating as well on the market. And again, it's not about the market. I've not liked their pre-season prep. I've read about it. It's not going well. So Sassuolo, I think I would put Sassuolo higher than Torino. Because I'm liking the overall shape of what they do. Torino, again, थोड़ा चिंतन मैंने अबाते के बारे में बात की. That's when I just tuned in, and he's right. Abate is an exciting coach, and actually थोड़ा अच्छा business चल रहा है उधर. मेरा सिर्फ ये चीज है ना, Urbano Cairo factor is the only thing for me. That's what pisses me off basically, and that always I feel pulls Torino down. I would say Sassuolo above Lazio. Like Lazio. Ajay, I know you must be having a great time watching what all the circus going on at Lazio. उनका ईगल भी बराबर से लैंड नहीं किया उस दिन. स्टेडियम में ज्यादा मंतोवा फैंस थे उस दिन. So कुछ ना कुछ सब कुछ चल रहा है उधर. And I feel Lazio. What is that rank? Sorry, I can't see it. It's 8 to 12, right? Yeah. Because I need
12.
for them to be able to. अरे हाँ, obligation तो है ही deal में अभी, तो it doesn't really matter. Actually, you know what? Actually, keep Lazio there. Fair. I would put Sassuolo above Udinese also.
Fair.
And actually do this. Bring Bologna down and swap them with Udinese. Because I'm not a big fan of him as a coach. I think he's very fragile from a mental standpoint. And I'm not against what Bologna are doing overall, but I'm not understanding. I think Sartori is confused. I think he's what he showed under Italiano in that second season of signings. I think he's confused. I think he's thoda losing the plot. And I do not rate Tedesco. Like I just don't see anything special about him. Sassuolo Chintan मैंने Aquilani के बारे में बोला. I think settling period होगा, but Sassuolo ना. I think Chintan में what you said, there is a settled model overall, which is, and we've seen in this league, and identity always helps, which is the case with Inter on the top end generally speaking. So I would say Sassuolo is where, and Atalanta, yeah, I think I'm very confused with Sarri because he's going on and saying things like मेरे को Christensen जैसा player चाहिए नहीं था. Like what the hell are you on about? He's such a good player, and I think they're still trying to figure things out with Juntoli and Sarri कि कैसे करना है. I think थोड़ा Sarri outdate हो गया है. So I'm not going to keep him about Fiorentina. I think it's fine where he is. Fiorentina, yes, I think that's a fair assessment because Grosso, again, I'm giving him an adaptation period and it's going to be volatile in Florence. But look at the signings. I think it's not, I don't want to say look at the signings just when Mastantuono is there. Usko already Bhagwan bana diya hai Florence mein and he's already, looking much sharper mentally. Moise Kean ka future we have to see because if so late they lose Moise Kean, then who do they? Pellegrino is there, okay, but still they'll need somebody, right? Because Moise Kean could end up going to Como. So overall, though, what I've liked is they've addressed the back line. Yes, the fullbacks need work. Like Todo still cannot be your answer to play week in week out. Although there is no Conference League, there is no European distraction. So I think that will thoda help them out. The stadium work is ongoing, so thoda better chal raha hai udhar. And I think overall this is a far better Fiorentina. So I think yeah, that's fair. I think by the way, Icardi might sign for Lazio. Ajay. You might all jump on the Icardi 8 train with me. So that is going to be fun to see. Avijay brought it up. Como is very interesting. I missed your discussion on Como because ये लोग ऐसा लग रहा है अभी थोड़ा Italians लास्ट में उठाएंगे Moise Kean और अपना Samuel Ricci, which might just help them थोड़ा in terms of managing the squad, but I think that Fiorentina Como के बीच में ऐसा close रहेगा. I would still keep Como where they are. अभी से मेरा बदलेगा. I think Napoli, Roma, Juve, Milan, Inter. God, this is tough because साला Allegri क्या उधर कर रहा है मेरे को बाडिया शीले ले लिया मतलब.
बड़े शीले को हुआ नहीं अब.
I think he arrived in Rome for his medicals though, na? So I think that's sorted only. Roma I would put higher, even if I understand what maybe you have some reservations, but मैं उसको ऊपर डाल Roma को ऊपर डालूंगा because I just feel Gasperini ने first season में दिखा दिया कि मैं वो extra mile जा सकता हूँ. And if what I've liked with Roma is they're giving him all the pieces. मेरा वो ये Roma always miss the depth, Ajay. I think that's what we've been talking about, right, with you. Yeah. And finally, chalo, Luis Enrique is an average player, but the point of having him is he can play in midfield, he can play on either of the flanks, which is what we have been doing. We've also employed average players, but here and there we've made it work. So point is, I think Roma are kind of learning from these experiences, and I would put Roma higher, at least above Juve, I would say. Juve, my issue with Juve, maybe not for now, maybe I might move Juve higher, but my thing with Juve is I need to see more. I've liked the direction they've taken. Like the attacking part looks sorted. Thoda Ale Begovic and Kolomwani who Spalletti wanted. But apart from Lukumi, I'm still not sold on the backline. I'm still not sold on Vicario. Sorry, but like Vicario still gives me doubts in terms of commanding that backline. And Douglas Luiz staying. Too sure about this. I do think they'll do better, but I think Roma will be a bit too much. Milan. God, this is tough because I know pre-season के बाद चिंतन भाई बहुत खुश होंगे after that win over Man United, of course. And Milan एकदम aggressive हो गई मार्केट पे, सबको निकाल रहे भगा रहे. इंकुंगू को तो पता नहीं किधर भेज दिया फ्लाइट से, ऐसा लग रहा है. उसको बोला तू चले जा बर्म्यूडा ट्रायंगल उड़ जा, तेरे लिए कोई डील भी नहीं है, तू बस फ्लाइट लेके निकल जा. But it's funny, but Milan are actually being serious on that end. But first season. But the thing with Amorim is that only, right? If you give him what he wants, he tends to perform well. And it's very easy to mock him. So, I don't know. I would still maybe... Chalo, I'll give Roma the benefit of the form. I would say I would put them higher than Milan. Only because of the experience. Only because of the season experience they have. I know Roma के वो moments होते हैं हमेशा हर season कि वो लोग collapse कर देते, but मैं एक risk लूंगा इधर. I will take that risk. I do think maybe Milan will be in the title race in that sense, but I just want to go by form and everything, and I would maybe basically by top three that race will be there, like Inter, Roma, Milan, and Juve will be there. Allegri also, I think थोड़ा क्या हो रहा है ना, Allegri को underrate किया जा रहा है. Although I do agree he's finished and his football is a bit unwatchable even for snooze fest lover like me. But I feel he has some good pieces there in Naples. Barring his defense, Anguissa is motivated. He's going to stay.
नापोली को
नहीं टॉप फोर में नहीं, मेरे को थोड़ा ज्यादा लग रहा है वो. एंड बाय द वे इट्स फनी बिकॉज नेपल्स में बोल रहे De Laurentiis has hired Allegri to go deep in the Champions League, which is hilarious. I'm sorry, like ये 10 साल पहले बोला होता, 15 साल पहले बोला था तो अलग बात है, बट ये 2026 से कहां से
लास्ट ईयर नापोली को सेमीफाइनलिस्ट बना दिया था, इस साल नहीं बना.
वही इस साल De Laurentiis ने फाइनलिस्ट बना दिया ना, उसने मेरा ले लिया. He took the cake from me. So but yeah, I think this is what it is for me. I could be horribly wrong as well, but I think this is fair overall.
Horribly wrong, जनता decide करेगी परम after like few months. They will have taken the screenshots and Abhijay will keep the receipts. Don't worry. So yeah, I mean, Swarnim, we will talk about UA. Let's see if DJ is joining. But
no. Before we move on to a very important inter question, there's a very important question you need to answer.
क्या ही क्वेश्चन है भाई.
By the way, I think DJ has deducted this thing that he's a closet UA fan. So I think it has to be, the girl has to be a UA fan.
Oh God, I prefer not answering this, to be fair.
Oh, Param, you have to give an answer. ऐसा नहीं कर सकते.
No. I mean, it's 11 p.m. and I'm in a cab. I cannot be answering this. It's under such.
टीम का नाम बोल. पढ़ने थोड़ी बोल रहे, करने थोड़ी बोल रहे. टीम का नाम बोल.
अरे it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm saying. कोई भी टीम हो, क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है.
यार एक नाम बोल.
तो Juventus चलेगी? Juventus fan चलेगी?
Yeah, it doesn't matter really. How does it matter? Like,
of course it matters. What if you get a Hellas Verona fan?
Yeah, I think this is the answer. He's nailing दिया. But नहीं, it doesn't matter. क्या बोलूं इसके अलावा और?
शर्मा रहे यार, ये शर्मा रहे.
But I just want to answer one thing. There are all lot of comments about Lautaro to Barca. I know it's coming from Spain mainly. I mean, practically speaking, Ajay bhai and Chintan bhai can also answer this. I don't think so late in the window. What's the date today? I mean, I've lost track. But I don't think. I mean, if it happens, I'd be extremely shocked. And it would be utterly stupid of Inter to do that. But obviously, he's also said he's staying and everything. So I can't see it happening. Any 2 cents on this, guys? You all want to say anything?
नहीं यार, नहीं
होगा. Yeah, if it happens, if it happens, shut the. Yeah, exactly. And he's not asked to leave unless like there is something that really drastic happens behind the scenes. कुछ एकदम अलग ही हो जाता है तो yeah. But other than that, I can't see it happening. But yeah. अजय भाई का बचा है ना टीयर मेकर.
मेरा टीयर मेकर मेरा बाकी है. But just want to say that there are 23 likes on the stream. 24 people still tuned in. So thank you so much for your support. Like करो stream को. Help the algorithm reach more people. Remember, Serie A in India will be broadcasted on the Z Network, Z5, streaming pay and United Sports TV pay. Boys, we will quickly look at UA squad. Then I will do my tier maker. I'll do my tier maker and we will do Game Week 1 Cup review and then close the stream. Okay? So that's the lineup that we will go for. Quickly coming to UA's team. By the way, boys, did you see the Spalletti video? I can't share it here. Copyright को marker दे रहा है, ले रहा है. देखा तुमने?
I didn't see it.
मतलब मैंने वही कमेंट किया. He's already practicing for a job in Turkey. जैसे वो टर्किश आइसक्रीम देते ना.
Nice one.
क्या टकलू है एक नंबर का यार. मतलब कभी सुधरेगा नहीं वो लाइफ में.
एक बट अजय भाई के लिए which he will do unconditionally if Roma finish in the top 2. He will basically go bald like Spalletti and he will basically get the whole Spalletti look, the mustache, the bald. Come on, top 2 is what you have not seen. Then you have to do it. Chintan bhai, ये तो चल बनता ही है top 2 में.
I have seen a lot of second places finishes in my life, Param. So top 2 is not exciting. Let's talk.
अच्छा, अगर रोमा टाइटल जीता तो क्या करेगा?
करना
will
पड़ेगा
color,
तो
I will color my hair.
नहीं कलर है नहीं स्पलेटी लुक करना पड़ेगा ऐसे थोड़ी होता है
I can't go bald for other reasons, but I can do any other thing with my hair, like coloring or like atrangi mustache. But yeah,
fair
but yeah, that's not going to happen, dude. There's no way in my wildest dreams. Also, I don't see Roma winning the Scudetto at least next season, which is obviously coming up. But boys, we have Swarnim in the chat as well. Juve making some moves now in the market. Lukumi आ चुका है.
लुकुमी फैंटास्टिक
Of course, they have Randall.
भाई एक तो मेरे को कुछ दिख नहीं रहा इसमें तो आप लोग बता देना अगर मेरा कुछ मिस होता है तो बढ़िया because it's on my phone.
Just looking at US team, Chintan, you can take it ahead. They of course they've signed in Vicario. That means Handanovic stand Di Gregorio का टाटा बाय बाय हो गया है.
Sorry, no, there is Vicario's वो Buffon अभी बोल रहा होगा, but he's gone on record to say Handanovic is his all-time favorite. So there is no replacement of Handanovic stands, by the way.
What is wrong with UA? Why are they buying goalkeepers जिनका idol Handanovic है? It's not even funny anymore at this point of time. चिंता तो म्यूट पे.
हाँ वो नहीं मैं बोला यार I don't know. I've never been so surprised with the goalkeeper mess at UA. Like look at the standards, how the mighty have fallen. So yeah, man, it's very surprising. I'm not a big fan of Vicario also, so I don't know what are like. That's also not a great signing for me. So he's quite error prone himself.
True. But yeah, I mean, I really feel that it is what they needed because Di Gregorio really cost them a lot of points. Like it is literally the difference between them playing in the Champions League and playing in the Europa League. His mistakes only. I don't like blaming goalkeepers having, obviously I am a goalkeeper. I'm sympathetic towards them. But अभी वो जो उसके mistakes है बहुत glaring हो गए, and that is down to the lack of confidence, just a dip in form, which really happens. And I still feel that he can bounce back and maybe start again somewhere fresh and then bounce back and come back to what we knew him at Monza, boys. Because at Monza he was a monster.
Yeah. I think there's links of him going back there, so you never know. I think. Because
sometimes what happens, you are good in a smaller club, and I feel he's not good with the ball at his feet. Milenkovic is much better than him. I feel Napoli got a better deal. I think they should have gone for Milenkovic. I think Vanya is amazing, to be very honest. Better than Di Gregorio. I think that should have been the case. He should have been a Juve goalkeeper. But then again, I might be wrong. I'm not a big fan of Di Gregorio. I'm not a big fan of Vicario also. So.
Yeah. Also with the जैसे स्वर्णिम भाई ने बोला पर goalkeeping का तो एक है ही and it is fair to say that because Juventus का still I would say defense अगर आप देखो overall स्वर्णिम भाई pointed out the left back situation Cambia, so my god like the fall we've seen with this guy that is one thing. चलो लुकुमी ले लिया, चलो एक finally center back situation address किया, but overall depth देखो उधर आप फिर भी Bremer, he's not been the same with his injuries and you can't really blame him, but they have to hope yeah, he can be in that position with Lukumi to play at a decent level. But the backups, ठीक है, Lloyd Kelly has one or two good games here and there.
The question should be in 2026, what is Daniel Rugani doing still there? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. And that's what. And apart from that, as Swarnim bhai said, like physical, like because जो physical side of the game है ना, उनका वो पूरा burden Kefren पे आ जाता है essentially. And he's right. Like I know they're linked with Kessie. Kessie, while he's not been the same player, I've watched him at Al Ahly. He's still operating at a very solid level. Like it still takes a lot to win 2 back-to-back Asian Champions League elite titles, and he's led the team well. So if they really sign him, I think it would still be a decent addition. You are not going to get prime Kessie. Not that prime Kessie was ever technically solid. I mean, Chintan bhai, you have first-hand experience, but then at least he was there scoring some clutch goals for Milan in that Scudetto winning season. So I think UA, I think Swarnim bhai summed it up very well. That is, firstly midfield sort karna, then that left back situation I would say, and attack can still come in the end because at the end of the day they do have multiple profiles. Like yes, though you can question Chico Conceição has to step up in terms of his goal and assist output overall. Kolo Muani देखते कितना consistency लाएगा because throughout his career consistency has been an issue. Though यूवे में जब वो था वो अच्छा कर रहा था, like he was causing problems.
I don't blame him. उसको भी टाइम नहीं मिला. He went to Spurs. Like
Correct.
he's not got
Correct.
a stable environment to work at. So I feel he's going to do well. But I know people are going to come at me. But this is not Yildiz' breakout season. This has to be Yildiz' superstar season.
Yeah, वो breakout हो गया. उसको breakout हो गया मैं बोलता हूँ. वर्ष हो गया अभी breakout का.
This has to be.
I agree with you.
The man, if of course what we both are predicting Juve to finish top 3, top 4, for that Yildiz has to put in big stats like Kavets के लिए जो कर रहा था, Lautaro जो कर रहा है, Leao जो किया था, of course, and doing well. He needs to put in those numbers. And last season, I don't know how and why he was getting subbed off at the 60th minute. You need your best player to pitch 90 minutes of the game. So I hope that is kind of solved, and I really hope we get to see that superstar Yildiz who we know he can be.
And just from an objective standpoint, before
why is Milik still there?
Milik scored a goal also, by the way.
Yeah, he did in pre-season. By the way, obviously Vlahovic का solve हो गया, वो basic task चला गया, obviously वो free pay, and he's going to be playing under Italiano, by the way. So I'm kind of, it's funny.
परम funny बोल के freeze out हो गया है.
Freeze out हो गया.
But Ajay, I would want to ask you actually. Ajay, मुझे तेरे से पूछना था, like इतने सारे players भरे हुए attack में, Conceição, of course है, बाद में of course they have Kenan Yildiz and all. Nico Gonzalez is back from. Do you think this is a problem of too many now with the attackers?
But I think there will be a reduction. I think Nico Gonzalez could yet be like a late, he could get a late transfer. Milik also I think would move on. Jeff Ekatore को लोग लोन करने की बात कर रहे हैं.
Even he's there, exactly. Jeff Ekatore.
तो उसको भी लोन की बात कर रहे हैं. Zegrova is now, I think he's got a full pre-season under his belt. He scored a goal against Chelsea, banger of a goal. So you'll have Conceição, Zegrova possibly on that right hand side cutting in from the left. Jonathan David hai, Randall Kolo Muani hai through the middle.
And we have not spoken about Ali Begovic actually.
That's what I was coming to actually. Yeah, that is the signing. Yeah, he can basically a final third in that, and he I would say his end product is tad bit better than, like, not tad bit, actually better than Chico Conceição. While I know Chico also scores bangers from outside the box, but Ale Begovic na thoda zyada potent hai us sense mein. And I think Ale Begovic generally as a character also comes up, to me, from what I watched, comes across as a guy with a point to prove all the time, every time he kind of steps onto the pitch. So actually, like, from a very objective from an objective standpoint, kind of very looking forward to seeing him play for you.
Jonathan David can still go.
I think I froze.
Yeah, you're frozen. David could still leave the club. That's what even Swordham is saying. So शायद वहाँ पे और थोड़ा trim हो जाए. But overall, I think Spalletti will definitely be happy. He's been given the signings that he's asked for. Essentially, one or two more signings left, I think, for the UA team to be complete. And अगर वही Frank Kessie या कोई एक fielder आ जाए, so I think they'll definitely be.
Just Ajay, I think you should take a couple of comments. Fair. I was just saying that you should take a couple of comments, because the comments have come up with some interesting questions. Then you can maybe give your tier maker, because there's some very good comments I'm seeing, like, which can maybe continue the discussion. Then just wanted to point that out.
कौन सा अभिजय वाला?
नहीं, there was one. देखो कर्टिस जोन्स पे मैंने दे दिया. मैंने बोला निशांत अच्छा signing है overall. I think very good upgrade on Fatezi. One, somebody asked on Rangers, so you just Chintan, if you want to quickly answer.
We've already answered Rangers.
We already took that question. Well, हम लोग already answered दे चुके हैं.
Okay, fair.
But before we move on to Ajay's tier maker, I'll ask you one question to all, the both of you. If you have to pick one player from Juventus to look out for this season, कौन होगा वो?
I will stick to Ale Begovic, because I really personally like the potential he has to offer overall, and I'm a big fan. Like, before also I watched him. What I like is I feel just वो potency और वो जो drifter profile जो Spalletti को पसंद है ना, वो लाता है एक kind of एक I would say, elevated technical level. But that's why I personally like him a lot.
I think I'll go for Keenan Yildiz only because I feel that this is his year to take up that responsibility and take his game to the next level. Also, be that flag bearer for Juve. So I think we'll see a different Keenan Yildiz this year.
That's good. That's good, man. चलो अजय, your tier maker time.
अरे भाई ये
कर
चीज
लो
तो
करो,
मैं
स्क्रीन शेयर बंद कर दो। हाँ नहीं, अच्छा उस पे ही तो दिखाओगे। कर लो हाँ। आई
यही
विल
तो
हैव टू
मैं
ट्यून आउट इन द नेक्स्ट।
हाँ तू पहुंच गया तू। तो ये है
ऑलमोस्ट 10
मेरा
मिनट्स।
मेरा मेरा टीयर मेकर। ओके मैं थोड़ा एक कंट्रोवर्शियल टेक देने वाला हूँ। मेरे को बहुत गंदा लग रही है देने के लिए, बट आई फील जेनोवा विल गेट रेलीगेटेड।
Ooh, De Rossi.
Yeah,
Damn.
I feel that Genoa will go down. I'm like वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं दे रहा यार परम। आई फील कि पॉसिबली बिकॉज जनवरी में यू विल हैव other teams strengthening above them. I think that could be an issue. I think Lecce,
Fair,
Monza,
fair.
I'll keep them over there, but I think Genoa could go down. I think Frosinone, Venezia just survived. Parma as well. I will also put Torino above here. I'll put Lazio in 13th.
Fair.
I wish I could put them lower, but I think 13th is fair for them. Uh, I think I will put Fiorentina here. I'll put Como in 7th.
Ooh.
I feel that
Wow.
it'll be a tough season for them.
Yeah,
It'll
fair.
be
Given how they.
for them. It will be a tough season for them.
Although I just want to say that if they do get Moise Kean, I'm very intrigued how he fits in that system, and overall he'll have good supply.
Yeah.
So
At this point of time, I think I'll put Como in the Conference League spot.
So
I
your
think it is.
so your 8 to 12 is going to be like this.
Yeah. 8 Atalanta, 9 Sassuolo, 10 Udinese. Udinese का वो जो 10वां स्पॉट है उनका ही है। पहला तो वही डालना चाहिए था। Bologna 11th, Torino 12th, 13 Lazio, 14 Cagliari, 15 Parma. I think Parma could finish higher than Cagliari. I still feel maybe.
चलो I'll tune out guys. आप लोग कर लो. I need to just reaching home, so I will tune out. कर लो, continue. Ciao. See you guys soon.
Fair. So यहाँ पे I you know what? I'm not very optimistic with Roma, Chintan. I'm going to put Roma 5th.
What?
Yeah, not very optimistic with. I just feel that it's going to be a tough season for us. This is a bit controversial, I feel, and I think Juve will finish 2nd, Milan 3rd, Napoli 4th, Roma 5th, Fiorentina 6th. So yeah, I mean, this is a bit shocking. I agree.
Screenshot.
But this is my tier maker. मेरे को यार, I just feel that it's going to be a long season for all these clubs, especially who are playing in Europe. So Milan, Juve, Napoli, Roma. I think with नहीं यार इसमें कोई jinx नहीं है. I just feel at this point of time, you never know. Serie A का coefficient आ जाएगा, top 5 को Champions League मिलेगा. Roma will be back in the Champions League. But yeah, I just feel that this is what it's going to look like for me. I think Inter will be champions. That's I don't think so. वो कोई change होने वाला है. But,
the water is wet. मतलब वैसा the water is wet.
हाँ. But ये जो 2-7-8 है ना, वो बहुत interesting होगा. Last time भी हुआ था. I think वही होगा चिंतन, that Inter will wrap up the league by February and then they'll put all their wrap up मतलब they'll almost be on the verge of wrapping up the league and they'll put all their focus on the Champions League if they're there. So I just feel that this would be my tier maker for 26-27 at this point of time.
Interesting. But we all have Inter as champions.
Yeah, we all have Inter as champions. We all do. By the way, also wanted to ask Param if Param is in the chat, who he thinks that would be the first manager to get sacked. And chat, आप लोग भी लिखो, who do you think will be the first manager to get sacked? And with that, I think we can do some rapid fire questions, Chintan, before we move on to game week 1 and close the stream. तूने क्या बोला था? First manager Gattuso, right? मेरे को तो लग रहा है डी फ्रांचेस्को रहेगा. I know हम लोग काफी टाइम से we have been predicting that he'll be the first man to sack. Doesn't get sacked. He always remains because he's the Thanos of the Serie A cinematic universe. वो रह जाता है. But top scorer कौन लगता है तुझे चिंतन?
I want to say Ramos, but I'll go with Lautaro Martinez.
Fair. Chat में we have Gattuso, काफी Gattuso है. अब विजय बोल रहा है कि Christian Chivu will hit like crack. Top scorer तू Lautaro बोल रहा है. Interesting. Lautaro is a good shout, by the way, but I still feel that it's going to be between Gonzalo Ramos, Lautaro, and Malen also. I think Malen also will be there in the picture. Between these 2-3 forwards, I think will be there. I won't be surprised if वो कौन है वो अपना Greek striker Como का Duvikas हाँ वो भी आ जाए बीच में पता नहीं but ये भी हो सकता है कि a midfielder like a Nico Paz could have like a lot of assists. A lot of folks in the chat are going for Ramos, Malen, Lautaro, of course. Ramos और Malen स्वर्ण भाई बोल रहे हैं. Assists सबसे ज्यादा किसका रहेगा?
Nico Paz. I think I'll go with Nico Paz here. Nico Paz has been quite instrumental, so I think he might be getting the most assists. I'll go with either Nico Paz or I think I don't know. I think I have very strong feeling on Moreira might do well, but not assists. But I think Nico Paz might get the most assists this season.
मेरे को लग रहा है कीनन गिल्डेस को मिलेगा. By the way,
midfielder कौन रहेगा? Midfielder
भाई बहुत interesting. I think we'll see a revitalized Barella. I think we spoke about this, Chintan. He's got rest finally after a year. 2.5 years of non-stop football action. उसको rest मिला है. तो शायद Barella will be like a revitalized midfielder.
I'm getting a feeling it. मेरे को भी लग रहा है Barella होगा शायद, but I have a very strong feeling that Modric is going to have a fantastic season. So.
Okay. सोहम भाई मैं साफीनागा में कभी शॉर्ट्स पहन के नहीं घूमता हूँ. मेरा ऑफिस है वहाँ पे. So I wear formals, but Shivam has gone for Neil Alanoui, which is I really hope because I think he's shown enough in Morocco colours that he deserves a starting spot for Roma. Let's hope he plays more. Even I like the kid. I hope Gasperini plays him enough. But Chintan, signing of the season, तेरे हिसाब से कौन रहेगा?
I think if Ramos makes it top 3 top scorers में आ जाएगा तो I think Ramos might just be the signing of the season.
Interesting. मेरे हिसाब से I think
or I think I want to say sorry I forgot. I'm sorry. I think Arthur Atta is going to be the signing of the season. Fiorentina.
Fair. मेरे को तो काफी lot of names are there. Of course, Fiorentina have made like a hell lot of signings, which is very easy to pick. I think I'll go for Stankovic, Interka. I think it'll be a good signing for them this year. And even Alay Begovic, I think.
I I was going to put him as a breakout star of the season. Like I was just going to ask you, कौन होगा breakout star?
Yeah. शिवम बोल रहा है कि David Romero, Parma striker, coming after big hype in Argentina and Arthur Atta in midfield. Interesting. Sorry, what is your question?
Breakout star में I was going to put Stankovic. I think he's going to have a good season. So
I think
and
I'll go for Baturina. I know he's played last year also, but I feel this year Baturina will be far more involved. I think we will see like a very mature version of him. Like, he's a young guy, but I think this year is where Baturina really shines. Komoka.
Pellegrino is a good shout. I think Pellegrino might just do well.
We've got Siddharth Bhai in the house. Definitely missing the kickoff days, man. I mean, those were the best days. Like really, the kind of impact that SPN got to Serie A was massive. Gave us fans a platform, which is where we are.
By the way, kickout is the reason why probably we guys met, and that's why Calcio Charcha is on.
Exactly. And we will never forget that tournament that you guys hosted ever.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
ये interesting है मोनीर का. I feel breakout star will be Pisili or Cisse, which are really good shouts because I feel that Pisili should get more game time this year as a Roma fan. Lastly, clean sheet सबसे ज़्यादा कौन रखेगा? तो म्यूट पे तू.
क्या? I didn't get you. What you said?
Clean sheet, goalkeeper of the year.
Goalkeeper.
Yes.
Svilar.
I feel it's going to be Providel. I think Inter का ना मेरे को लग रहा है कि Providel का business has gone really under the radar. Never obviously like the previous club he played for, but I still feel that there's a good keeper in that guy, and Inter would be like the perfect place for him to kind of grow.
I think Inter are the only club जो like to improve किया है. Sommer से Providel, they went from, of course, I think Spence and Dumfries are probably more or less the same kind of, but Stones is an upgrade on De Vrij. So I think they've literally gone one up. Fratesi, of course, this guy is better than Fratesi, of course, Curtis. So yeah, literally they have upgraded themselves.
In fact, ये आप record करके ले लो, Providel will be the clutch signing for Inter. Like a lot of people will go for bigger names like John Stones, Jet Spence, Curtis Jones, and other people. But I still feel that Sommer was still their weakling last year, and Providel is an upgrade. I feel, and he will have his clutch moments, and probably he'll win them the league, like by making those random saves against the likes of Parma, Torino, where Inter will kind of struggle, and then they'll win 1-0, 2-0. Most of games where you will see Providel. Swarnim Bhai would have Karnesecki, which is a great shout because I still feel that he is, Donnarumma hai number one, but I think if there was a clear number two and a successor to Donnarumma for the Azzurri, for the La Nazionale, it's Karnesecki. There's no two ways about it. He is, the best Italian goalkeeper in Serie A, without a doubt. क्या लगता है चिंतन?
क्या बोला था? I didn't get you.
Karnesecki is the best Italian goalkeeper.
100%. No two ways about it. And boss, I'm sorry, Donnarumma is already in a decline, I feel.
True. Quickly, Chintan, before we head into game week 1, what do you feel about the likes of Atalanta, Fiorentina, Sassuolo, these clubs who are like thereabouts in the top half of the table? क्या लगता है? How do you feel their season panning out, starting with Atalanta?
Interesting. I think Sarri, I told you, of course, Sarri has his reasons to cry always, but good step. Atlanta looked a little lost with their managers last season. I don't know what were they doing after Gasperini. Sarri was a great choice. Sarri does play good football, but uska rona chalu rehta hai. I'm very excited for Sassuolo. I'm very happy that they've moved to another project manager, Yakilani, who, of course, was doing very well. So I think this kind of pans well for the club. Ajay, as in, like, you see as a club, you grow better if you have a great project manager going on for you.
Yep.
Fiorentina, of course, Ajay, we've spoken enough, I think, about it. And I think they're probably one of the teams to watch out for in all the 5 leagues. I think they're going to be an entertaining team to watch. They've got some good players. Uh, all the leagues are going to keep, all the clubs are going to keep an eye on Fiorentina and Como players, I feel, to hijack some deals. So I think Sassuolo and Fiorentina, I'm very excited for both the managers. Abate, I said that, see, we need more young Italian managers, young ideas, new ideas, and these guys are like that. Abate, I'm sorry, should have still been in Milan, should have been Milan's head coach, I think, eventually, but nahi hua for certain reasons. Amazing. Atlanta, I just hope they get back on track. थोड़ा off track चले गए थे after Gasp went. Uh, Juric was never the right choice. I don't know their system. I'm sorry, but very badly messed up. I'm not very happy with the market, Atlanta ka, but I feel Grosso would have been a great coach at Atlanta also. But I think Fiorentina, good choice. So I'm very excited for Fiorentina. Atlanta, okay, I hope they do well because Sari again can work his wonders. But I think Sari वो give up करते थे कभी कभी बीच में शायद. So I hope he doesn't do that.
fair. या एक चीज अपन भूल के जितना ब्रेकआउट सेंटर बैक क्या लगता है?
Oh,
मैं बोलता हूँ I feel Mario Hila. I think he is a astute signing for Milan.
हाँ, breakout center back तो नहीं बोल सकता हूँ, but I have a very strong feeling that John Stones is going to do well at Inter. I know people are like, बुढ़ा हो गया है, क्या करेगा? I think John Stones is going to be. This is a very given. I think he's a great center back. I feel, but I think Lukumi had a great season year before. Last season he was very average. I think this is the jump he needed to probably cement his place, and I think probably they need to move on from Kalulu playing center back. I think now even some Juve fans have come to know that please he's pretty average. He isn't that great. So Lukumi is a good center back, I feel, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see John Stones because Ajay, don't forget, John Stones has played CDM also for Pep, and his ball distribution is fantastic. So
Yes.
I think he'll fit into that back three perfectly well.
True. 34 likes on the stream, guys. We are just entering into the last segment, which is after what 2 months, Chintan, we are finally going to preview a game week and take predictions. ये अपन ने 1.5 महीने 2 महीने से हमने मिस किया हुआ है जहाँ पे हम लोग वीकली स्ट्रीम करते हैं, वी गो इनटू द फिक्सचर्स एंड वी गिव अ प्रेडिक्शंस. एंड अगर आप नए हो चैट पे तो आपको भी प्रेडिक्शन देना है हमारे साथ में. क्लब का नाम लिखिए, स्कोर लिखिए एंड कमेंट कीजिए. वी आर हेडिंग इनटू गेम वीक 1 ऑफ द Serie A 26-27 season. I'm going to share the screen right now and we'll start with you, Chintan. We are kicking off Serie A with Inter Monza and Udinese Como. Is my screen visible? Yes, I think it's there.
By the way, I just take this comment. By the way, everyone was chasing him. Sassuolo wanted the money in full. उनको पूरा पैसा चाहिए था. I don't think anyone in the league were ready to do that. Only Inter were chasing them very badly, but I don't think Inter wanted to pay so much money up front. So I guess that is why. And we just shot something today, me and Ajay, and my biggest regret is also that Muhermovic has left the league. So unfortunately.
Of course. Fair enough. So, boys and girls, let's start with game week 1 predictions. Inter Monza, Chintan.
I think Monza are going straight back down. I feel so. I'm going with an Inter comfortable win, 2-0.
Fair. I'm going for a 3-0 Inter. Guys, आप लोग चैट में लिखिए आपका predictions, टीम नाम और स्कोर के साथ में. Shivam has gone for a 3-0 Inter Monza as well. Chintan has gone for a 2-0 Inter win. Swarnim Bhai, of course, the in-house Juventino is going for an upset. Soham Bide also is going for an upset. Monza to Inter 1. Justus has gone for Inter. Monir has gone 4-0 Inter. Coming to Udinese Como, Chintan.
Friuli is a very difficult stadium to go to. I know people take it very lightly, but it's a good stadium to go. Difficult stadium to break down, Ajay. Como, decent try. I won't be surprised if it's a 1-1. I think hard-fought game, match fitness, sharpness lacking. So I think it's going to be a 1-1 here.
मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ अपसेट होने वाला है. Udinese 1-0 जीतेगा. Zaniolo.
By the way,
Uh,
Zaniolo has been having a fantastic preseason also. So
yeah, yeah. Chat में we have Old Monk going for final Como, Monir 1-all, Swarnim 2-0, Shivam 2-1, just as 1-0 Como. Lot of Como, that's why I've gone for an upset. Udinese Como. But I genuinely feel like you said, Udinese, Fruili बहुत ही tough stadium है जाने के लिए, and they've had a decent preseason. Of course, they beat Barca and Nottingham Forest in the preseason. So,
yeah, of
so
course.
ये बोल रहे हैं कि Cesc Fabregas का हाईलाइन थोड़ा रिस्की है, 2-all के लिए गया है. Coming to De Rossi versus Allegri, Chintan, Saturday night football, Genoa Napoli at the Marassi.
I think ये नापोली निकाल देगी. I think Allegri shut shop 1-0 पे कर देगी. I'm going for a 1-0 Napoli victory here.
Oh, classic. Swarnim has gone for a 1-all. Even I'll go for maybe a 2-1 win for Napoli. I think Genoa, I still feel मेरे को काफी डर है. Shivam has gone for the Corto Muso 0-0. Perfect Saturday night. अगर आपको नींद का प्रॉब्लम है, अगर आपको नींद नहीं आता है समय पे, तो ये गेम देखिए. प्रॉपर स्नूज फेस्ट रहेगा. बट इन ऑल सीरियसनेस, आई स्टिल फील नापोली विल विन. सोहम has gone for an easy 1-0 win. काफी लोग जेनोआ नापोली को ही प्रेडिक्ट कर रहे हैं. We can move on. Chintan, Parma Cagliari.
Oh damn, bro! Parma Cagliari. Oof. I'm disappointed by both the teams' market. Actually, to be very honest, I think Parma might just sneak this one here. I don't want to go for a draw, but it looks like a 0-0 written all over. But I want to give Parma that much. I'll go with 0-0 only.
मेरे को I feel Parma will win this 1-0. मेरे को लग रहा है कि Parma जीत जाएगी इस पे. 1-0.
I'll go with a 0-0.
Fair enough. Sunday night football, Frosinone Juve away in Rome, in Lazio rather, in the province of Lazio.
I think this is Juve's game. I think Juve is gonna take this, and I expect our superstar Kenan Yildiz to either give an assist or be on the goal scoring sheet. So I'm going for a 2-0 Juve victory here.
Swarnim Bhai has gone for a very cautious 1-0 win. Very, very Param-like win. I feel it'll be easier. I feel Juve will win 2-0 in this. Justus has gone 3-0. Shivam has gone 2-0. सोम बिडे भी बोल रहे हैं कि यूए पैट उतार देगी. चलो बढ़िया है. यूए विन हियर वेरी आई थिंक कन्वीनियंट. majority में we have Juve winning in this prediction. Venezia Lecce, Chintan.
My God, haram. Well, Pro Max हो जाएगा ये मतलब. I'll go with the Venezia victory. I think Venezia will take this one. Lecce have no hopes, Ajay. I really think Lecce are gonna वो 15 points या 20 point के बीच में भी नहीं जाएगी. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. I'm going to terrible season for Lecce this season. So I'm going to Venezia here.
Fair enough. Even I'm going for a Venezia 3-1 win. Swarnemba has gone for a 0-0. Atalanta Sassuolo.
Oh, I think this is going to be a high scoring draw here. I'll go for a 2-2 here. It's a very entertaining game, Ajay. I think this is going to be a super entertaining game. I'll go 2-2.
I think Atlanta wins this just narrowly. I think they win this 2-1 for me. Atlanta 2, Sassuolo 1. Bonir has gone for a Sassuolo win. Swarnim has gone for an Atalanta win. By the way, Shivam had said 0-0 for Venezia Lecce. Justus had said Venezia 2-0 just for the kicks. Of course, those kicks are fab. Coming to your game, Chintan. Torino versus Milan.
I think this is going to be. I think Milan will sneak this one. I think Milan will go with. I'm going for a. I think 2-0. I'll take 2-0 here. Torino might score 2-1 or 2-0. I think Milan might take this one.
मेरे को भी लगा I think Milan will win 2-1. Abate का Serie A debut as a manager against Milan. Absolutely poetic. Shivam has gone for a 2-1 win to Milan. Swarnim 3-1. Monir 2-1. Bologna Lazio.
Oh my God. I don't think Lazio going to pull out of this. I think Bologna might just take this. It might be a draw or a Bologna victory. I don't know the margin, but I don't see Lazio doing well this season. So I'm going
Yeah,
for a Bologna win.
even I'm going for a Bologna win on this. Maybe like a 2-1 or a 3-1 win, maybe. Shivam has gone for a 2-1 Bologna win, Swanem 3-0, clean sweep to Bologna. And to wrap up the weekend, Monday Night Football, Roma Fiorentina.
Game of the week. I think amazing, man. I think they're gonna start with a 2-2. I think this will be a dono teams match sharpness lag karega. Either it's going to be a very one-sided Roma win, or I think it's going to be a super entertaining 2-2 end-to-end stuff. I'll go for a 2-2 draw.
I'll go for a 1-all draw just because I think it's the first game of the season. So 1-all, I think, in my opinion, even I don't see us winning the opening day. Someone, of course, has gone for a Roma win. Swarnim 2-all, Shivam 2-all, Soham Bore Fiorentina 3, Roma 1. Thankfully, I'm not like the dictator. I don't ban people in the comments. Freedom of speech is most welcome. But yeah, that is it, Chintan. That is game week 1 of Serie A previewed and predicted. भाई 26-27 सीजन के कगार पे अपन we are finally going to start, and I am repeating myself. I still can't believe, Chintan and everyone in the chat, that we are getting a live broadcast of Serie A on television and a perfectly good legal streaming partner in Z5, which is easier in the pocket as well. But yeah, I mean, any final thoughts before we close the stream?
No, man, get the league going, man. Super excited, super pumped for the European football as well as Serie A. Ajay, there is a different swag of Serie A this season with the purchases. Teams have gone bold, Ajay. They've gone for younger managers, of course. They've gone for younger profiles. Roma, Milan, Juve, of course, Inter now with teams have paid upfront money to buy big players, which is very good to see. So super. I think Italy is generally 3 World Cup exits के बाद अभी wake up हुई है शायद कि this is what is needed. So I'm very excited to see. I just hope they don't fall back to their default settings and this continues the growth.
यार सोहम बोल रहा है कि सेरिया बोरिंग होती है, लेकिन अपने साथ पूरा पूरा स्ट्रीम के लिए था. इट्स नॉट बोरिंग माय फ्रेंड. इट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग लीग्स टू वॉच. एंड स्पीकिंग ऑफ डिफरेंट लीग्स, चिंतन, वी आर डूइंग अ प्रीव्यू ऑन फ्राइडे ऑफ द प्रीमियर लीग एज वेल. वी डिड वन फॉर ला लीगा, एंड ऑफ कोर्स हम लोग सेरिया कर रहे हैं. सेरिया तो करते जाएंगे, हम लोग प्रीमियर लीग कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट वीक बुंदेसलीगा करने वाले. वी वांट टू कवर एज मेनी फुटबॉल स्टोरीज एज पॉसिबल from across the world this year. We had done a stream on Indian football as well on Independence Day, 15th August. So thank you so much for all the love and support to everyone who tuned in, who has been commenting, who's been part of Calcio Churcha's journey over the last 2 years or so. I'll take a final few comments before we wrap up the stream. Just want to say, keep on showering your love and support. Stream को like करो, share करो. वो जो अपना एम्बुश मार्केटिंग होता है ना, चिंतन, कोई दिख गया. मैं तो मेट्रो में करता हूँ भाई. कोई फुटबॉल रील्स देखता है, मैं जाके सीधा पूछता हूँ, फुटबॉल फैन है तू? तो बोलता है हाँ. तो ये ले कैल्चो चढ़ता, सब्सक्राइब कर इसको. So that's what we've been doing, and I wish whoever is in the chat, please do this ambush marketing. It works. Last few comments before we wrap up. Mihir is in the chat as well. It has been 2 years actually. This is the I would say second season where we are covering it full, and hopefully this is the start of a brand new journey as well. Munir बोल रहा है कि it is very poetic that for he likes Milan and Roma. Chintan, I'm very happy to have a Milanista and a Romanista here. So official broadcast hai, Roma are back in the Champions League. We will have a Champions League stream as well. Can't wait for the draw and can't wait for Man United once again. Mora could be the new pass, which is great if it works out really for us. Off topic, we spoke about this Bitopan. I don't think so it's going to happen. Lautaro बहुत लेट है Lautaro को जाने के लिए. इंटर का क्लब कैप्टन है वो. I don't think so it will happen unless something crazy happens. सोहम भिड़े बोल रहे हैं कि उसको वसई विरार में ट्रेन में उसको अटलांटा फैन मिला, which is very surprising because we have never seen any other Atlanta fan apart from Ritam and a couple of other fans also, to be fair. But that's it, boys and girls. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Chintan. Please, keep a screenshot and receipts of the tier makers and join our WhatsApp community. It is there on our Instagram. आप Instagram में जाओगे, कैल्चो चाचा सर्च करोगे, वहाँ पे आपको WhatsApp community का लिंक मिल जाएगा. Like, share and follow on YouTube. Content आता रहेगा. बस आप अपना support एकदम अपने को करना ये सीजन में. Thank you so much. Good night. शब खैर, शुभ रात्रि. Ciao ciao. Buona notte.